Angie.
And I am Aislinn.
Today we're making one of our favorite recipes, pumpkin breakfast cookies. Let's go wash up and get started.
Give them more of that good stuff. Recipes that kids love.
All right, our hands are clean and we're ready for pumpkin cookies. So this is one of my favorite times of year when we can actually purchase pumpkins locally. This is actually a New England pie pumpkin. It came from one of my favorite local farmers and it is delightful. So with this recipe, you can definitely use canned pumpkin, but if you like, you can actually make your own pumpkin puree. And when you're making your own pumpkin puree, you do want to stick with the smaller pie pumpkins. Flavor is much better and they're not as stringy. Some of the really large pumpkins, those are just really best for carving. Now what I did, and this is a tip I have for you, to make this puree, it's actually very easy. What I like to do is I actually like to roast the entire pumpkin. The outer shell is very hard, and I just think as far as safety issues, because it is really hard to cut with a knife, just roasting the whole entire thing works best. So I turn my oven to about 400 degrees and roast it for about 45 to 55 minutes, depending on the size. This one's a little smaller. Sometimes the pie pumpkins will be a tad bit bigger. Those might take a little longer. You can tell it's done when you just stick a knife in and it easily goes all the way through. Then what I did is I simply just scooped out the flesh, and all I did was took my hand mixer and just beat this with a hand mixer, and that's it. That is it. I did not add anything, and it's a beautiful puree. Now actually today, we're just going to be using canned pumpkin in this recipe. I'm a fan of canned pumpkin year-round. You can use it in anything. It's very inexpensive. This was less than $1, and it will last you forever. The fresh pumpkin, I actually prefer, a lot of times I love to serve it as a side dish. That's how I love to eat it, with just a little bit of salt, pepper, and maybe some Parmesan as a warm side dish. Or I'll keep it in the fridge and throw it in smoothies. Or even later today, I'm going to make chili, and this is actually going to go in the chili. So lots of uses for that. The flavor of the pie pumpkin when you roast your own is incredible, and I would really recommend that you enjoy that on its own. It is quite delicious. So with that, we are ready to go. So I'm going to let Aislinn work on the wet ingredients over here. So I'm going to let you get started. The first thing you're going to need to do, Aislinn, is 1 cup of brown sugar. You know how I've showed you, use the back of your hand or the back of a spoon to pack that in.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I am going to start measuring out our flour. Now the recipe calls for 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour and 1 1/4 cups of whole wheat flour. And I just kind of do a little combination. I actually purchase whole wheat pastry flour. I use it all the time in everything. And so I'm just going to combine the two, and that's going to be a total of 2 3/4 cup. Okay? And remember, when you are measuring flour, you must spoon it in and then level it off. Okay? So spoon and level. So there's 1 cup.
It's hard to get enough. Where healthy food is.
Honey, you may do the oil next. Remember to get down to eye level when you're doing the oil. Your liquid measuring cup is right over there. We always use a liquid measuring cup for liquids. Yes, and the recipe for oil actually says 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. What's that? 1/2 cup. Let's switch it over here. Right there, 1/2 cup. And I don't have 3/4 of a cup, so Aislinn, I'm making use of fractions, and I'm doing 1/2 cup plus 1/4 cup, which equals 3/4. And I will mention, I've already preheated the oven. And this is my little tip. You can do what you wish. On the Food Hero website, it says to preheat the oven to 400. We really like the product better. We like it a little bit softer when we cook it at 350. So I've preheated my oven to 350. So we've discussed this before, but you always want to read completely through the recipe and preheat your oven before you start. And of course, we have all of our ingredients for it ready to go, which is called what? Mise en place, right? Everything's ready to go. The only 2 wet ingredients you have left are going to be your pumpkin and your eggs. So if you'd like, we can shift spots. And I'll have you go ahead and crack the eggs into the orange bowl and just go ahead and put the shells back in the yellow bowl. All right, so Aislinn, since you just finished cracking the eggs, what do you need to do right now?
Wash.
Okay, you go wash up. I'm gonna get the baking powder in here. So it's got 1 tablespoon of baking powder for some nice lift. on these cookies. And then we got 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And you can be generous with your cinnamon. Who doesn't love cinnamon? Love cinnamon. Love it. We also have 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. My 1 teaspoon won't fit in there, so I'm going to do 2 half teaspoons of nutmeg. While I'm doing that, you can take the whisk. Actually, first though, you forgot to add the most important ingredient.
Eggs.
Well, your eggs in the pumpkin. So you can go ahead and put either one in. Yep, I've got a little spatula I set out there for you.
Right here?
The little green one over there. Go ahead. Now, don't cut yourself on the lid. You need to be very careful.
What do I do with the eggs?
Those go in there too. Okay, so we can go ahead and put the eggs in. And then you need to very carefully, don't cut yourself on the lid, put the pumpkin in. I'm going to finish the spices. The next spice we have is ginger, and it's going to be 1/4 of a teaspoon of ginger. All those fall spices. And then I actually like to add a few more spices. You could do this, you don't have to. I like a little bit of allspice in here. Just kind of like that flavor. Again, totally optional, just my addition. And I like a little pinch of cardamom too. Just think it gives a good flavor. Again, totally optional. Let's see, the last of those ingredients, the dry ingredients that I have, is actually going to be a half teaspoon of salt. So we'll get that in there. Yes, yes. And I'm going to whisk together my dry ingredients. Can you smell those spices?
Yummy.
Oh, yummy, yum. That's the other good thing about this recipe. It smells delightful when it's baking.
Yum, yum, yum.
Now, as soon as Asen gets that together, you got it all in there, bud?
Nope.
We'll use the same whisk, and we're going to whisk the wet ingredients next. And then we get to combine the two. And while she's doing that, I'll mention, if you want a pan over here, we've got, the recipe calls for raisins and nuts. And so a lot of times we will add dried cranberries instead of the raisins. We like pecans, but sometimes we like it without as well too. A lot of times I will just make these plain and then put a little bit of almond butter on there. Yeah, go right ahead. Get that whisk together. So feel free to kind of add in whatever mix-ins you like best. All right, whisk that up, Asen, so we can get the dry and the wet ingredients combined and get these bad boys in the oven. Woohoo! So pumpkin is an excellent source of vitamin A. Some beta carotene in there, so good for you. Helps your immune system. I think we're good. You got it? Let's tap it. Okay. And we can just set that right in there for now. I'm going to go ahead and add the dry ingredients in.
Can I mix
add
it?
about half of it.
Can I mix it?
We'll kind of fold it
Can I
in
mix
like that. Go ahead, and then I'm going to add the other half.
Actually?
We got to get these made, though. You have a friend coming over today.
Yep.
That is the nice thing about these. They're pretty quick, too. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of our dry ingredients in there.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we're going to get this mixed, and then we will drop it onto our pan over here that I've lined with parchment. You don't have to use parchment, but I like it for easy cleanup. Plus my pans have been used so much, I probably use that pan seriously every day of the week so it doesn't look too hot. It's been through a life, but it still works very well. All right, I think we pretty much got it mixed up. We got our little arm workout in for the day. People don't realize what a good workout baking is. You know that, Aislinn? Yep. Okay, and I am going to portion out a few of these. I'm going to do that real quick before we add our mix-ins, Aislinn, and then I'll let you add the mix-ins. But I'm going to portion out a few, like I said, so we can just have some plain. So I like to use a scoop, okay? But you can also, what I've used many times, I've taught classes a lot, and Aislinn can do that too, is you can also just use a tablespoon, which works very well too. All right, Aislinn, while I'm just going to do one more of these, and then I'm going to let you go ahead and stir in our mix-ins, and we'll get the rest of those portioned out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get these in the oven, and we're going to put them in there for about 10 minutes. Is perfect in our oven. All right, Ace, we got a fresh batch all ready for your friend, your play date today. So with that, we're going to sign off for this episode of the Food Hero Cooking Show. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
In a food hero is fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah.